Hello and welcome to today's video. Today we will be doing a flight from Tampa to Nassau. The Boeing 737-800 flight time is going to be approximately 1 hour and 30 minutes. That's our block time. The air time is going to be 1 hour. And we're here at Tampa. And let's get into it. So let's go in the cockpit. We'll look cabin here and then we can come in the cockpit over here. Let's turn some cabin lighting on right there. Yeah, there we go. So once we have that, we can just come in here and sit down. Batteries on, ground power on. Turn those lights off. Fire test. Squibs. And that light is off, so that's looking good. Let's load our flight plan here. So this is looking correct. Flight plan, weather charts, route, looking good. Weather, just turbulence up there, we're not gonna be in that, and thunderstorm over here, we're not gonna be close to that. Alternate, Mike Yankee Golf Foxtrot. Weather, destination, 228.7, 10 kilometers, 190 variable 278. I don't know what that means. 10 kilometers scattered, 2,000 broken, 20,000, 30 degrees Celsius, 3.24, altimeter 29908. So there looks like there might be showers with rain there, so at 05. Okay, so 148.8, 9. Okay, so showers, the rain, becoming 0518.052, 10 kilometers scattered, by 54, 4,500, broken 120. Alternate, I like to look at the forecast. 051 at 805. Wait, no, that's timing. At Zoom. So 8518 and possibly 618. Bit 150 at 6 knots, 10 kilometers, few clouds, 2,000, scatter 22,000, becoming 108. Here we are, 230 at 10, visibility is 10, scattered 4,800, scattered 7,800, broken 25,000, 20 degrees Celsius, 18, 2.18, thermometer 3000, Mark 02, sea level pressure 157, and that is looking good. So here we are, picture nothing, Judy at 11, variable 3, 170 at 7, 230 at 8. That's looking fine. Looks like it's gonna stay the same, kind of. And yep, so go up here. The departure time is gonna be 1940. Cruising at 350. Top climb winds there are going to be 320 to 67. I say 08. So we're at gate 96, I'm pretty sure, and weights are not critical. Fuel, block fuel is gonna be, we'll just round that up since there seems to be some thunderstorms. I'm actually not gonna take any extra just in case. Actually not just in case. I'm just gonna take what we have, round that up by 100 maybe. So once we're done that, we can continue our setup. Oh, I did not mean to arm that. Stick shakers IRS to nav. Once those are there, we can test these. That's lights up. So, light test. This is looking good. Traffic terrain, airport. Traffic terrain, airport. Give me one sec here. Forgot to do something. So, oxygen. That is looking good. And there we are. So, let me see. I got the wind wing here, so 737 826K engines. Air racket is up to date. Cost image. Next page. We have a GPS here, so get that in. So we are going to be Delta 21 148. Flight number. Requesting, that's, there we go. So click that route. So while we're waiting for that, let's get our ATIS here. So our ATIS is going to be on departure ATIS 128.475. Oh, come on. Okay, there we go. Why is it not working? What's wrong way? Alright, let's just scroll this with our mouse wheel. Don't know why that wasn't working.
Oscar. Tampa Airport information Oscar 1836 Zulu, landing runway 01 left, 01 right, departing runway 01 left, 01 right, 10, advise on initial contact you have information Oscar. Tampa Airport information Oscar 1836 Zulu, landing runway 01 left, 01 right, departing runway 01 left, 01 right, 10, advise on initial contact you have information Oscar.
I don't know why it's not giving us our winds.
Tampa Airport information Oscar 1836 Zulu, landing runway 01 left, 01 right, departing runway 01 left, 01 right, 10, advise on initial contact you have information.
Yeah, that was really weird. I guess any information, just departing runways, which we did not need at all. And landing runways. So I guess we could put in our QNH from here, that was 3000. Like that. That. And that. So once that is set, we can set our MSA, which is gonna be 103 130 1030. That's set, and we probably didn't have to set the QNH on that one side, but so once that is in, we can load that and get our charts here. So actually, we're gonna use the grade 8 departure here. MSA 2700 and initial altitude is 6000. I think they usually clear us here at 4000, so we can just set 4000. So once that is all done here, we can go to departure and we are using one auto, right? This would be a transition. Um, arrivals. Yeah, we don't have any star or anything for that, so leave that the same. RNF32. Hedino transition, and it's so yeah, Hedino. So that's looking good. We do have a discontinuity there, so got 2148. And once we got that in, get it's to be transition to direct to Femi, direct to Saxon, direct to Elko, direct to Reje, discontinuity, Hedino, pre-transition, cold, Pudley, RNF32, runway 32, missed approach, Sutton, hold at Sutton. Legs page, yeah, we just have that discontinuity there. That's not gonna be a problem. Um, progress, 380. We got 378. That's fine. And it ref, um, so we have a cost index of 35. Our reserves, FTC reserves of 55. We have zero fuel weight of 126.3. Cruising at flight level 350. Winds up there are going to be 320 at 67. We're gonna have negative 46, 18,001, 1,500, that's already in there. Climb 250 below 10,000, fixed page. Tampa, and a 25-mile ring around that. Once that is in, we can go up to our likes page here. And we can. I already activated this. Must not have. Oh yeah, I did. I just pressed erase on accident. So we're gonna check our SID here. So, oh, plan, and here we go. So we're gonna be vectored. So we're gonna depart vector here, beginning, and then pairs, and Murdo sub B, and that's looking good. So we'll continue on here. Ray J, and then hit Dino, and then turn it on to our approach here. 20, and then hold that zip in, or how Zuchin, I don't know how you pronounce that. So once that is checked, we can then uh turn that back to map here. Route data, execute, request. Murdo is our first waypoint here. Load, execute. Uh, Looking good here. Progress 8.5 and 5.5. So for our second route, we are going to have um our rival airport here. So and we're going to, pretty sure this is the correct ICAO here. Delta 2148. And wait, I'm just trying to pick an approach here for us if we do have to divert. Looks like we would have RNAV, so routing. Routing. Um, so Peach here, so um Peach, and then BR65Z, I mean V. To Zulu Foxtrot Papa. And then from there we can departure, turn away. 3, 2. We don't have any departure there. For our arrival, yeah, we don't have a thing there. So our nav 24 um is to pod transition. Let's go here. And again, just check this route. We don't have to go over the departure or any of that. Just checking. Hold there. So yeah, it's looking good. So back to Route 1, back, yeah, back there, and so once we're done with that, we can come back up here and have, have just play switch normal auto fuel 4 tanks on there. Window heats on, electrical on, air conditioning. Cool that up a bit. Pax auto cruising 350. Landing elevation sits at 50 feet there. Wheel well on, either to the right. Flight directors on, runway heading, see here, 19 right is gonna be 187. And we're just gonna get vectored, so I'm gonna set 187 for both of those sides. Like that. Altitude's already set there. Gauge there, set, reset that. Auto brake RTO, oil pressure's looking good, hydraulics, good, parking brake, set frequencies. Clearance on 133.6. Ground on 121.7. And yeah, for our any nav aids here, we can check the one on the right. We have um Petersburg on 116.4. Set that for both. Ooh, wrong one. There we go. All this is set. Weather radar. Set that. Transponder set. 121.5. 128.475 for our ATIS here. VOR set. Let's set these. That is set and everything down here is set. So once we have done that, let's request our RFR clearance. So Delta 2148 request IFR clearance to Mike Yankee November. Here you are. Pretty sure it's gonna say something at some point.
Delta
Yeah.
2148, Tampa clearance. Cleared to Linden Pindling. Gandy 8 departure. Then as filed. Maintain 4,000 feet. Departure frequency 118.8. Squawk 3312.
Clear to Linden Pindling via the Gandy 8 departure that is filed. Maintain 4,000. Departure frequency 118.8. Squawk 3312. Delta 2148.
Delta 2148. Read back correct. Contact ground 121.7 when ready for pushback or engine start.
121.7 Delta 2148. Alright, 121.7. So 4,000 feet, departure frequency on 118. This is just gonna be a reminder. 118.8. Squawk 3312. Ground 121.7. So once we've got that, that's for departure. Well, actually, route, land piddling, runway 19 right. As for departure, I don't see any. So let's go for our route check. So go. So we have, let's go to route here. Yeah. So Kilo Tango Papa Alpha to Mike Yankee November November. Delta Alpha Lima 2148, running to Mike Yankee November November via runway 19 right. Gandy's departure with the Sibi, transition director from mid, director Saxon, director LQ, director AJ, discontinuity Hidino, approach transition Cuddly, Arnav runway 32, missed approach Sachin, hold at Sachin, progress page 380, and here we got 378, 2 miles, 2 miles off, and 8.5, and we have 5.5, so that's looking good. WTC 1905, altimeter 3000, reading 40, MFRA 1030, and flight directors on, minus master, standby instruments set. Takeoff briefing as we are ready. Takeoff runway 19 right. Flaps live, noise 2, engine out stage, straight 25 miles, climbing 500, MSA 2700. Emergencies as briefed in the crew room. Taxi is going to be a push back to the left hand side, nose facing south, and actually no, it's going to be pushed back to the right hand side, nose facing north, and we're going to probably taxi Victor all down here. Victor 8. And that's probably a taxi, so that's for a taxi. I don't see any departure. Gandhi departure, initial 4000, MSA 2700. Arnhem departure, vectors to Gandhi, pairs, Rodos a B. That's for departure, I don't see any. And transition altitude 18,000 on here, we got 18,000. So once that is done, we can that's APU and give passengers a call. Hello and welcome on today's flight to Linden Piddling International. Thank you for flying Delta, flight 2148, 737 800. Flight time today is going to be approximately 1 hour, block time of 1 hour 30 minutes. Finish up our last paperwork before starting engines, and the flight attendants are going to do their safety briefing, so please pay attention to that, not just for your own safety, but for safety of passengers around you. Once again, thank you for flying Delta, and welcome aboard. So once that is done, our APU is starting, and let's go here. Doors, close all. Ground service, release all. And that's it. So 139.8, we took, 900, I mean, not 0.9 because we took about 100 extra, so that's looking good. 126.3, 126.3, the FNC, CG 25, so 19, alright. Wait, taking it from the FMC, because that's what we're gonna actually be taking off with. Niner. Actually, we can just set 900. CG 25. Winds. This is the part that we actually did not get from our ATC, which was really weird. So 260 at 7 is what I get here, so 260 at 7. OAT 2-9er and altimeter, we had 3, a 2-9er, 9 or 8. Calculate that. 261, 261, 84.9, 84.8. Perfectly fine. Take off, flaps 5. CG25. Winds 260 at 7. Runway slope negative 0.00. 141, 141, 142. Trim 5.1. And speed 142. And VNAV. LNAV. That's weird, our arms, because we're gonna get vectored. We're probably gonna get vectored anyway, so turning that off. Actually, no, let's turn it on. Just since we have it. So, all doors are closed. So, once we have done all of that, um, I am going to go and get my checklist really quick here. So, safety inspection before start checklist down the line. Surface and trucks checked, main stats checked, battery on, electric hydraulic pumps on, landing gear lower down, ship's library checked, IRS mode selectors. Nav gear pins 1, 2, 3 removed. Probe carbons 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 removed. Place test checked. Oxygen test to 100%. Yaw damper on. Nav transfer display switch is normal auto. Fuel 13,500 required. 13,600 aboard. 4 pumps on. Emergency exit lights armed. Fasten belts on. Window heats on. Air conditioning and pressurization packs auto bleed on set. Pressurization mode selector auto. Instruments cross checked. Auto brake RTO. Hydraulics normal. Speed brake. Down detent. Parking brake set. Straps from cutter switch at normal. Wheel well. Fire warning checked. Radiators, radar, and transponder free. Set and standby. Rear and aileron trim is free and 0. Peak operating discuss P. Complete FMC and CDU. FMC and CDU are set. And when IS bugs, automatic, yeah. Automatic reduce 22K and one speed 41. I mean 41, 41.2. Stab trim 5.1 is set. Performance main balance sign is set. Phones off. EFB airplane with stowed. Reflector windows and cockpit door closed and doors closed. Passenger seat before start checklist. No new inspection before start checklist. That's the line completed. So once we have done that, let's go down here. Arm all done, release all done, jetway. Yeah, that's releasing. Release the ground power, remove the trucks. Parking brake is set. If they want to remove the trucks. Yeah. So, contact ground and close. clearance. So 121.7 transponder on. And ground from flight decks. Please confirm all doors and hatches are closed. Ground permit removed and bypass been installed. I'll confirm out. Alright, then we'll clear. Delta 2140 request push and start. But it's 787. Yeah, I mean 777.
Delta 2148, Tampa ground, pushback and engine start approved. Face north.
Pushback and engine start approved. Face north. Delta 2148. So yep, facing north. So and once we have that all done, then we can 4-star checklist below on. Air conditioning packs off, anti-collision light on, parking brake set, transponder all off. Ground flip deck. Ready for pushback. Uh, tail south facing north. Delta 2148. Ready for pushback. Tail south. Tail south. Facing north. Please repunch brakes. Parking brakes are released. Parking brakes are released. Right then. Push back to south facing north. Back far. So let's start engine 2 here. And 2. Low pressure in 1. Motor 2. Motor 2. Stabilized. Starting engine 1. Uh, engine 1. Yeah, and 2. Low pressure in 1. Kinda forgot about that. Monitor number 1. Number 1. Stable. Generators on, if you off. And here we are. So pushback is completed. That's didn't do that good at pushback. Pushback tug is there, so park brake sets start switch is continuous. Probe heats on. Entice. We don't need that. Backs are isolation valve auto beat sets. Flaps 5. Recall checked. And flight control. So pull up, pull down, neutral, full left, right, neutral, rudder, full left, full right, neutral. Wow, look at that. So before taxi checklist, generators on, APU off, structure continuous. Repeats on, anti-ice off, air conditioning packs auto blaze on, isolation valve auto flaps 5 required, 5 selected, and green light. Stab train 5.1 required, 5.1 set, and start lowers idle D10, flight controls check, 4 stacks checklist completed. So once that is done and I get this checklist put away, we can then go for clearance. So Delta 2148 request taxi to runway 19 right.
Delta 2148. Runway 19 right, taxi via Victor.
Well, I can be using my FMC for this. Taxi to runway 19 right via Victor, Delta 2148. Alright, so taxi lights on. Release. Recall. Checked. And here we go. We are rolling. For takeoff checklist down to the line. A little faster. Config check flaps 5 green light. Chapter 5.1 is set. Takeoff briefing. Ready takeoff runway 19 right flaps 5. Noise 2 speeds 41, 41, 42. SID is gonna be the Gandhi departure, then vectors to Gandhi, then to pair. Uh, um, climbing 4,000. Contact departure under 5 ATC. The MSA is gonna be 2,700 and no threats for departure. Text auto, please on.
Delta 2148. Contact Tampa Tower 119.5. Have a good afternoon.
119.5 Delta 2148. So let's just hold short here. I don't want to call it right now because a little faster on this turn. Delta 2148 request departure runway 19 right. What did I do?
Delta 2148, Tampa Tower, wind 270 at 7, fly heading 190, runway 19 right, cleared for takeoff.
Cleared for takeoff runway 19 right, Delta 2148. So Flight crew, please proceed for departure. So that's good. So weather. Uh, Takeoff checklist below the line. MCP set, spotter Terra, and strip lights are on. So let's get rid of this right here and let's go. So starting the timers. We're kind of rolling here. And 40%. Stabilize Toga. Take off thrust at indication roll. Yeah, take off thrust at indication roll. Checked. A little bumpy here. Rotate. Oh my gosh. That's a texturing problem right there. Gear up. Oh shoot. Out of throttle on.
Delta 2148, contact Tampa departure.
Tampa departure, Delta 2148. Delta 2148, flight level 010, climbing flight level 040.
Delta 2148, Tampa departure. Radar contact. Clear direct Gandhi. Resume the Gandhi 8. Climb maintain 1717,000.
Clear direct Gandhi, resume Gandhi 8 departure, climb and maintain 71,000. Delta 2148.
Negative. Climb maintain 1717,000.
Climb maintain 17,000, Delta 2148. So let's turn autopilot on here. Just to get it on. So direct to Gandhi here. And flaps 1. Speed checked. Flaps 1. Flaps up. Speed checked. Flaps up. I have no idea what happened at departure there, so yeah, this is gonna be like this the entire time. Don't know why. Don't want to shut off the hydraulics because turn that off. Flexi light off. And there we go. Left takeoff checklist. Air conditioning pressurization 2.0. Yeah, it's 2. A 2.2 climbing is set. Altimeter 3,908. Passing flight level 490. Right now, and we can reset the clocks. So flight level 100, 10 checks. Flaps up, no light. Fuel balance, 4 pumps on, lights off. Uh, lights are here are set. Air conditioning set. Packs auto, isolation valve auto, lead set. Temperature is looking really good, and we can release them. And the recall checked. Monitoring 121.5. And that's really annoying. I don't know how to change that. Auto brake disarm. Just gonna put them up really quick here. Disarm. I mean, I did disarm it. Like, it's now on. Yeah. Don't know. I think it was just a texturing problem, the departure there. So, cleared pass level 150. We can. Nope, nope, no, no, no. Actually, no. Just delete that. Delete anything we have when we don't have. Looks like we had a plane there. Yeah, going up there. Well, that's pretty cool. I don't know why we don't see him on our um navigation display here. He's right there. I can see him right there.
Delta 2148. Contact Miami Center 132.35.
132.35 Delta 2148. Delta 2148 flight level 150, climbing flight level 170.
Delta 2148, Miami Center, climb and maintain flight level 350.
Climb maintain flight level 350 Delta 2148. 350 set once. Set twice. Set 3 times and monitoring 121.5. So transition level, standard resets, manually standard, and standard resets. So we can go back here and just look at some of the window views. So as you guys know, I do have a favorite seat for the window, so it's 21 Foxtrot, I think. Yep. So yeah, once we get our top of climb here, we're not gonna have much time to prepare for our top of descent into Nassau, so it'll be a little tight. We might have to do some of it on the descent, which is gonna be perfectly fine. If we get a different profile, then we could just use V speeds to slow us down or to get up to it. But slowing down, going up to it is not a problem. It's going down to it. It can be a little. The discontinuity is actually gonna be a vector. It's gonna be a long vector all the way to I think that's why it was like they really count it as a vector. It's gonna be like yeah, it's pretty long. So I think we're just gonna be honestly direct to it, so don't really know.
Delta 2148, contact Miami Center 134.75.
134.75 Delta 2148. Delta 2148 flight level 220 climbing flight level 350.
Delta 2148, Miami Center, copy.
So actually let's just stay up here and just stay here. So let's see here in the well, we have 65 miles. So we'll probably see it on here. Yeah. So right at mid, we're gonna be there. So that's our next waypoint is gonna be technically where we stop climb, which is again it's 60 miles. So yeah, 62. So once we get to that, we may be like we may be at like only like 100 knock miles from our top of descent. So at mid, let's look here. Yeah, we're getting already pretty close to there. So that's where. Oh wow, that's where. So yeah, we're gonna be really close to top of descent. So let's just say flight level 3,000. We can just start to get. Let's just do it already. So we're already how much? How much have we already? So so we departed about let's see, about 15 minutes ago. So at 19:35. Right now it's 19:40, so that's 15 minutes. So yeah, well, yeah. So
Delta
we'll
2148.
probably start preparing.
Contact Miami Center 133.275.
133.275 Delta 2148. Delta 2148 flight level 280 climbing flight level 350.
Delta 2148, Miami Center.
Ooh, what the heck is that? Okay, zoom out like that. Okay, so hour 8 is, so let's just get here. So, uh, altimeter 2997. 7. Like that. So, actually, no, we can keep that. I don't know why I changed that. That's on our descent weekend. So, for descent, speed below 10,000. It's gonna be 2. Yeah, we don't have much traffic in the area, but it's gonna be a fast one. So, yeah, let's just go over 240. So, here we are. So, for the forecast, we have 300, 200, 100. Altimeter 29.97. 300, 290, 52. 200, 290 at 33. And 100, 250 at 21. So, fixed page. Runway 32. We're at flight level 350, I mean 3,500. So all we gotta do is just divide that by 1,350, and then that times 3 is 10, 10, 1050, I think. 1050. What? 1050. What? Oh, I did that really wrong. 105. And then a 10. And then a 4. Since we have good conditions. Next page. So we're gonna to collect our returns here. Airport. Parking gates. Yeah, no, sorry, and bridge. 3-2 are now. Pretty sure. Pretty sure that's what I want, so. So once we have gotten those charts, we can check them. So we're just gonna go for our approach here, which is gonna start after this discontinuity. So hit Dino
Delta 2148. Contact
to
Miami Center Tree
Cuddly
475.
Del P and then the runway 134.75 Delta 2148. Delta 2148 flight level 340 climbing flight level 350.
Delta 2148,
So
Miami Center.
Del P 180 or 180 below is gonna be at the 10 mile. No, cuddly. I just let's set 180. Oh yeah, why am I doing this? My
Delta 2148, contact Miami Center 132.4.
132.4 Delta 2148. Delta 2148 flight level 350. Speaking of flight level 350.
Delta 2148, Miami Center.
We can have that. Yep. Cuddly and then Del P runway 32. Oh, the glide slope matches 3 degrees here at the runway, matches the charts. So the minimum is gonna be let's do that on a VNAV here, 330. So like that. So the go around gonna be just a right hand turn to Sutton. And that's gonna be in the FMC here. So hold on, Sutton and climbing 2000. So progress page. We have 7 we have 7.5 and we have 135. Let's say 4 minus 7.5 equals 127. Just So frequencies, we don't have any VORs. I don't think we have any VO. Actually, we have to actually. Maybe VOR. Yeah, 1.2 decimal 7. Horses. Well, 3, 2, 1. And 3, 2, 1. What an interesting course. 3, 2, 1. So, CME, we do not have that. And the, uh, well, yeah, we do have a VRDME, so we should already set that marker. If viewers. Yeah, we don't have any of that. So, approach briefing. As for arrival, I do not see any,
Delta 2148.
people at
Contact
10,000,
Miami Oceanic 123.775. Have a good one.
123.775, Delta 2148. Delta 2148, flight level 350. So 240 below 10,000. Forecast page is
Delta
and
2148, Miami Oceanic.
fixed rings for runway 32 are in 10 miles, 4 miles. Arrival as discussed. Approach as discussed, starting at Dino uh at well yeah starting at Dilly at 1500 and Dilby at 1500. Vertically glide slope down to the minimum. Go around. It's gonna be straight at. Made a right hand turn to Sutton and climbing 2000. So fuel on arrival is going to be. Oh wait. So progress fuel on arrival 7.5. Minimum required is going to be 5.5 and burning. So 135.1. Wait. 135.1 minus 7.5 equals 127.6. So 127.6. And landing weight is gonna be 1 p.m. So let's calculate some performance here. I'm just gonna import all this from the AI, whatever, because it's looking good. So let break 3 and flaps 30 and vacate the runway to the left. Yeah, right hand side. My bad. So that is it for now. That is it for now. And now we just wait for the topic to set. Our top descent is in 49 nautical miles.
2148, Linden Pindling landing runway 14.
Landing runway 14, altimeter 2997, Delta 2148. But we don't need these anymore. That may be Freeport? I don't know. No, I'm not wrong. That has to be this island. With his South Bend, yeah, Bend. That seems way more correct than I was. Wait, what? Oh no, the South Bimini. Wait. Oh yeah, that's definitely what it is right there. Uh, oh, both not close to go. So once we're about 5 miles out, we should probably call for the top ascent. You want me to keep an eye on that top ascent here. I don't know what we're gonna do about the discontinuity there. Yeah, I don't know. Um, Delta 2148, request descent. There.
Miami Oceanic Delta 2148, unable to change waypoints or approaches.
Delta 2148, request, ready for descent. Uh,
Delta 2148, I didn't get that altitude. Say again altitude.
Alright, we're gonna get rid of that. I'll change. Checking that profile there, we can just set to. I'm gonna drop this down here. Yeah, that's much better. Are we even catching up to it? No, we need to drop it farther. Maybe in 2000. 2200. We're still not catching up to it. Finally, we're catching up to it. There's natural order for the flight deck. This is our captain speaking. Left our cruising altitude of 350 and start our descent towards Linden Piddling. The remaining flight time is going to be about 20 minutes, and that is it. So the weather in Linden Piddling is clear skies, expecting a smooth arrival. Thank you for choosing Delta for today's flight, and we look forward to seeing you again. Again, thank you for flying, and have a nice flight. Once we're done with that, descent checklist. Pressurization, land altitude, anti-ice off, pressure briefing as discussed, and one eyes. By the check set. Uh, and speed check set. Still catching up to that profile there. We should be coming on to it in no time. Yep, there we go. Starting to catch on to it there. And yeah, so here it comes up. Keep the speed break on for a while, because looks like we're having a hard time, to be honest, managing with this speed, but just to get us down. So, almost there. I don't want to be gaining any altitude at any point, so we're just gonna have to keep it like that and hope it doesn't do anything crazy. Here, put seatbelt signs on. There we go, so VNAV. Yep, keep dropping to get us down there, and it should be coming up soon. Ooh, auto throttles. Yeah, it's probably better than we're under, to be honest. So I don't really know what feeling that this continuity is gonna do to us, so let's just try. Oh, not bad at all, actually. So we're just coming down nicely, and we're just gonna wait until about, we start to get close, and approach you. So we could probably just keep descending to your something else. So 1600 intercept altitude. Oh wait, yeah, 1600. So 18,000. Man, I don't know what happened on the takeoff, so I'm still wondering. Good thing this is a long flight. I would not want to see that whole pirate flight. This red light. So we can just go over our stuff here. So for our approach, we just are having this. So we can go legs page Medina. So for Medina, we got Pudley, no restriction on here, it'll be, and then runway 32. So go around, it's gonna be coming 2000. I had turned that holds that in. So that's what I gotta check there. Just wanna check. So let's just do a quick approach briefing. So we're flying into Panama with the don't really have an arrival here, but we do have an so no arrival. We have the Arnav approach minimums 330. Go around. It's gonna be right hand turn. Comment to Suzanne. Comment 2000 for the approach. We're gonna use flap starting with flight director guidance, and we're gonna use idle reverse to vacate the runway to the right hand side. Then we are taxiing a British taxi. I do not see any, so that's it for the short brief. The short briefing. So below flight level 100, we are going to be in. Let's see here. We're going to be in, I think, class. Yeah, Class Delta airspace. So on our arrival, it's gonna be a little gusty. We do have about 8 knots tailwind here. So it's gonna be a little hard to slow down, but it's gonna be fine because we're approaching pretty slow. We don't want to go too fast, and fish knots, so gonna take manual thrust and make so we'll speed management and make sure we slow down. And that is it for yeah. So so here we have the here 10,000. So actually we slowed down a lot. So let's just do our 10 checks here. Um, fuel is balanced. 4 pumps on, letting lights and turn off lights. Lights here. We can just keep that. Air conditioning set. Max auto isolation valve auto. Please set. Temperature's looking good. That's on and recall. And 121.5. Then deselect. So yeah, that's pretty much it for that. Yeah, that light is really annoying. We're not gonna need anti-ice in this class because our temperature is 23. And it's just gonna get warmer probably. Might drop in these clouds, but yeah, getting pretty dark in here. But I think on our arrival we should be fine. Yeah, we're VFR, so yeah, it's gonna clear up once we get past this, and kind of already can see it, sort of. So we can set that display up there. Yep, definitely clearing up here. So, approach checklist, altimeters, instrument set, and course checked, approach age checked, and approach checklist completed. I think that's the airport right over there. Set 3, 2, 1 here. So flaps 1. Still have 8 knots crosswind on that. Here, the approach. So everything's looking good, and we should be capturing that glide slope at LP here, where we'll be at 1600. So that's all we need to know, and that's looking good so far. So speed established pretty good. We're on our course, so let's just put out some flaps 5. Should be coming down to flaps 5 shortly here. These tailwinds aren't actually too bad. I don't know. I thought we didn't have the arm approach mode for now, nav, but apparently we do. So this speed traffic is fine. Rig is armed here. Yeah, really fast here. So landing checklist starts with a continuous recall checked. Speed brake armed, green nice, landing gear down, 3 green, auto brake, flaps up, 3 flaps. Where we can exit those because we need to get down and landing lights are on. Alright, came down pretty good here. So let's land this thing on the ground. I feel like we're going really fast for some reason. Just minimums continue. So speed brakes are out, reversers out. $60 knots. Manual braking. So here we are at this exit. We can exit here. Actually, to that gate right over there. So transponder there. Let's do so. Speed brake up, flap 0, rim, uh, or possibly here. Terrain on here. Terrain's already set there. So flight director off, level change didn't work, so we just set that manually. Flight director's off, landing lights off, start continuous. Uh, we can turn those on, strobes on. Um, we gotta arc those. We can get that APU started here. And that's looking good, so probe heat's off as well. I do not know why there's a truck in our gate, but it's fine, I guess. So, nothing here, so we'll just have to look to the side. And something about right there. So parking brake set. This APU is coming up. So once that is set, um, so and cut the engines. So once we have cut those engines, then we can do some stuff here. So fuel pumps off, taxi lights off. Emergency exit lights off. Here we are. Window heats off. Electric hydraulic pumps off. These back to auto. Isolation mode here. Leave this packs on. Reset the altitude to 0. Wheel well light on, and we have load 20 there, so anti-collision light on. We can come here, turn all that off, and airport off. Traffic terrain airport off. So we can reset those. Here we can just go to the ident page and menu, same thing here. And down here we can just deselect our frequencies. $2,000. Keep that. We can get the jetway here. And ground power, so and there's ground power. So here, actually let's just go to pin it, deselect all of these guys. So once that is all set there, then we can get our checklist out here. So shut down. Fuel pumps off, electrical off. Electrical on, battery, ground power. Window heats off, brake heats off, anti-ice off, electric hydraulic pumps off, voice recorder, auto, air conditioning packs, auto. Turn this off. So air conditioning off, engine bleeds on, engine bleeds off. APU bleed off, rear lights off. Start switch off. Auto brake off. Speed brake down D10. Laps up middle light. Parking brake set. Start levers cut off. Weather radar off. Transponder 2000. Standby. CVR and cockpit door is locked. So after that, you can turn those guys off and this off. This off. So secure iris smoke selectors off, cabin chili galley power on, emergency exit lights off, air conditioning off, trim air off, ABU ground power off, battery off. So that is all for today's flights. So looks like that truck left. I hope you enjoyed, and please like and subscribe. And yes, so thanks for watching, and see you in the next